Welcome to the Crypto Lifers Show. Come one, come all, for the greatest learning experience of your lifetime. Have fun. Get filled with positive energy, light, love, and happiness, and find a way to make some gains. I love you all. Let's go. Let's go. Man, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer, baby. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there in the world. Hope everything's going well for you and yours, and everything is fine and dandy in your neck of the woods. Thank you so much for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's take a sip of the orange juice. Oh, threw you off today, huh? But that was just a tiny sip. I still have a big old jar of lemon water. Let's put the lemon into the water. Let's decalcify that pineal gland. Let's get ourselves on another level of hydration. Drinking big old jars every single day of water, keeping ourselves hydrated, keeping ourselves good. I do not drink alcohol. It's been years. I don't remember what it tastes like or what it feels like. A distant memory. You know, they push it on you when you're so young. You know, by the time I was 17, I had been drunk hundreds of times in the woods with my friends. I didn't even know it was good. By the time I was 20, 21, I was in bars. It just became part of culture, right? And I turned myself around. I said, no, just because I'm Irish doesn't mean I have to drink for the rest of my life, you know? And you can too. I'm telling you right now, there will be nothing bad will come from stopping to drink alcohol, unless you're a super alcoholic and like your body goes into convulsions, which you have to like wane off of. But besides that, nothing bad will come from quitting alcohol. I promise you that. That's a big reason why we do the lemon water, just promoting health every single day on the channel. Let's get the music back up and running here in the background. And thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Let's jump on into Bitcoin as we do every single day. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Bitcoin, between 39,800 and 40,000 too, really, you know, mainly between 39,800 and 40,000 for the last, 24 to 48 hours. I was able to trade it. I opened up a long last night, woke up in gains, sold it, opened up a short, a little while later. We sold it. We were in the trading group. We were able to take long and shorts either way. And it happened. It was awesome. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the channel sponsors. Thank you to I Trust Capital. We appreciate you, and we love you. Thank you so much for the constant support and love of the channel. When I just began, and now we're starting to really, really push it to the limit. I Trust Capital is better than the ETF. We're telling you, up to you, but you can compare them. You can get in and out in kind, which you can actually get your Bitcoin from them instead of having to go back to USD. And you can also trade when the market is closed and you can't get into your ETF. So if there's a big dip for Bitcoin and you can't access it, chance you're not going to be able to get on in there. So something to think about that you want to keep your noggin focused on. I Trust Capital for the long term. And BingX, thank you to BingX. You can trade that anywhere. You can trade the S&P Forex wherever you want, all right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. We appreciate you. We love you. Let me get that chat popped out and see what's happening in the chat. Crazy morning. God bless the 603 people here, 182 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Bang, bang, bang. Kudos to those who quit and fought off those negative aspects of life. Amen. Amen. Looking great as always, Sam. Shout out to Lifer Adam. Teach me to fish, baby. Let's get that music up and running in the background. There we go. Life is too short to waste it missing things while you're drunk. Amen. I like that, Jenna B. I love that you said that. Grayscale selling 100,000 Bitcoins. It is what it is. They're going to keep selling, but eventually we will come to an end of the selling and we will be on our way. We will be on our way. It's only a matter of time over here. I love colors, right? You could be in yellow and gray. You can be blue and black. You can be in gray and red. You can be in, maroon. You can be in beige and blue. I'm in love with the colors. Half the reason that I really trade for a living is just so I can wear different colors every day. It has to be one of it. Anyway, we'll be billionaires with one big old capital B. There's a chance. I believe I'm going for $1 billion. I definitely believe there's a high chance I could become a billionaire. And it's actually, you know what I say? I'm going to become a billionaire. It's going to happen. Like it's part of my reality. If you make things part of your reality, they become part of your reality. There's just no other way. You're like, it's going to happen. That's it. There's nothing else. So this is a bit of a cup and handle. There's a cup. There is a handle for Bitcoin. And this is a cup and handle. And we're going sideways here. We did resistance, bounce. So we got a nice SR flip right here at 39. We could even bring this up and just kind of give me a Yeah, 39,950, 39,560. All right, you call it. Beautiful bounce right there. And then we kind of made a higher low this morning at 39,800. Okay, we got a POC on the 1 hour time frame that we're right below. If we can flip that, we can get through this gap. And you can see we have a nice gap of the VRVP back up to resistance at 41,706. Do you see that, or is it just me? You see that gap in the VRVP? Some people call it the VPVR, whatever you want to call it. I call it the volume range visual profile because when I add it to the chats over here and I add VRVP, volume range visual profile, it's the volume range and it's the visual profile of the volume range. Amen. 39,950 for Bitcoin. Pretty flat, pretty boring on a Thursday. Low liquidity with PCE coming in tomorrow. You're going to have the markets a little frozen and in and waiting. You know, that's going to be, inflation data. It's going to kind of spur off the week. And then we have a Fed meeting coming on Wednesday. That's why I'm talking about the Fed right now. I like to be preemptive. Everyone's going to have the Fed in a week from now, but we're going to do it right now. We're going to be telling you kind of what you want to be paying attention to right away, right? Why is that? Because I want you thinking ahead. I want you ahead of the herd. I want you kind of always forward thinking, getting yourself into the right frame of mind. All right. So the Fed, it looks like they are going to not raise rates at all. We are going to stay flat. Bullish for risk on assets, in my humble opinion, in the long term. I like what we're eventually seeing there. So, Now, the one other thing, I just want to, just this music. I'm always battling the music over here. So the idea is the Fed is not going to raise rates. We should be in the clear for any rate hike. 97% flat. However, we do have some inflation data coming that's going to put pressure on kind of what happens, and then we're going to have to hear what he says, and we'll see if it's hawkish or dovish, and we're just going to go through all that market buffoonery, tomfoolery tomorrow and into the next week. So I just want you to kind of prepare for that. And if you see the market acting funny, or if you see a regular trade that usually may work out, does just all of a sudden just dumps on you, or something happens weird, know that the market is in a state of Fed fear. Whenever there's a Fed meeting coming, I always notice the market clams up. Volume gets tighter on a Thursday than normal. Fridays can be more volatile. And you can notice it's been chopped. Somehow I was lucky to trade. And look, shoulder, head, right shoulder did not play out. Beautiful inverted. No love there. So, not everything has been dandy for Bitcoin. All right. 39,055 is my target. This is a symmetrical triangle. I don't know if it's hard for you to see, but we make it pretty clear over here today. This is Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell for you on the intraday trading structure. If you make gains off Bitcoin trading futures and you want to get in and out on small time frames, I'm your guy. I'm going to be showing the 1 minute to the 7 minute. We'll break it down on many different time frames if you're in my trading group, and you'll have access to all different ideas and frameworks. All right. So jump on in today if you want to learn. It's not really, I love the gains. I like that we make gains, but the real reason that I'm in love with what we do here in the trading group is because people are learning every single day. I see so many people say, hey, I just shorted the market yesterday and I made the biggest trade of my life. It never would have happened, And some of you are on your way to making the biggest trade of your life. You picked my trading group. I'm so blessed and happy that you did. If you want to jump on in, it's cryptolifer.com, 99 trading group. Jump on in today, join today. And what we'll provide you is a free course inside of there, which is my content directory, which most people are charging $2,000 to $3,000 for. You can go around the internet and see. And then inside it, and then there's even just more information on top of that. I'm giving you bots that tell you where what new coins are coming into the market every single day. You can check out. We're posting token metrics data. We have a weekly screen share every single week that we're going to be providing for you. And I can't wait to do that too as well. So I'm just excited to see where 2024 brings us. Even when the market dumped, we were able to double the trading group and really keep it moving. People were excited from 69,000 down to 15. We pushed through the bear market. My channel was able to double subscribers or more and more. And we did an amazing time. And I'm not saying we're out of the hot water yet. You never know. But what I am saying is this group has just shown me that no matter what the market does, it continues to move. And we continue to make gains as a whole because we find opportunity in the market every single day, no matter what. And there really was opportunity. Even in the bear market, DMT went up. You know, Dimitra, if you played that thing went up. Amazing. Wow, look at those memberships. Thank you so much for gifting exclusive lifer memberships. Let me see the chat here. 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Chris Denny. We love you, Chris Denny. We appreciate you. That's very, very nice of you to do. You didn't have to do it, and you did. May God bless you, man. Blessings on blessings. So Bitcoin, inside of a tight channel. Let me move on to the moving averages. When the moving averages get tight with the outlier of the 200 SMA, you usually get a pump to the upside. You know, 80% of the time, price action will go boom, and you'll pump right here. If we can flip this 200 SMA and start to make a move, that'll be a very bullish sign for Bitcoin, all right? There is a nice bullish div here. You can see that we definitely got liquidated events here, 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 and here. Those were liquidations. They're clearly, you know, I've taught you that those divergences are liquidated events, and you know that now if you've watched me for a long time. However, what I have seen in the last, I'd say, you know, symmetrical triangles, they break down more than they break to the upside. Every single one that I've seen in the last 2 weeks has dumped, right? And see, look, you're getting red right here. So this is kind of the day. Like, is this are we going to break to the downside? Are we going to stay inside this chop? And that's the question right now for Bitcoin. 1 hour still pointing to the downside. Hasn't even, you know, tried to reclaim. Okay, they bounced there on the stochastics. Showing some signs of life. The 4 hour getting overbought. And if you can see, the 4 hour is about to tweezer top in 32 minutes. That's a bearish engulfing candle as well. Likely we're going to dump, and that's an M pattern there. So look, that's likely going to take us to the downside, right? The 4 hour looks like it's going to gruesomely dump us. Doesn't look good to me. I don't know about you. 50 minutes seems to be rolling over. Look, you could almost look at this like a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder to the downside. I see the 4 hour take it over on a Thursday. It looks to me like the 4 hour is going to dump us for most of the day. And so for me, the boring trade of the day is the 4 hour trade down to 39,000. And yeah, it's not amazing. It's not great. The 1 hour looks like we could get a bounce. The 1 hour's, you know, but if the 4 hour presses it, it'll just fold down and we will, you know, we will drop. To me, resistance, resistance, resistance. More likely you're going to drop to the downside. I'd rather get stopped out and be wrong, right? So there's a good chance, like right there, stop above. Look, there's a bunch of support here. That's support, which became resistance. You're trading the SR flip to the downside. Risk-reward ratio is horrible. That's the only problem with this trade. I'm not in love with that. We would have to be able to get all the way down there. And even then, it's not a... No, I was about to say, I got to be doing... I'm probably using the long tool, which I've done many times. No, I wasn't, though, right? No. The risk was that bad. Yeah, okay, there we go. So it would have to be something like this. And, you know, 38,500 is really kind of the bigger target. Who here likes the short right now? Put a 1 in the comment section if you're digging the short. Put a 2 if you think the short is garbage. Put a 3 if you're not sure, but you're interested. All right? I want to know. Put a 1 if you're down to short. Put a 2 if you think, nah. Put a 3 if you're interested. Just kind of, you know, taking it in. We got some 2s. We got some 3s. Okay? We got some 2s. If you're going to long, what's your reasoning to long? I do see some bullishness is these moving averages are tight. We're holding the line, and we're getting low on the stochastics. Could be a beautiful bounce right back up for a short squeeze to 41,398. I'm going to take this away right now because I'm not committed to the short yet. All right, at the very moment in time. However, that 4 hour to me says it's going to dump. All right. Great shortage. The RSI is low. 1, 1, 2. But when that 4 hour starts to come down, what it does, it'll pin those other low, and this thing will just continue to, you know. I long because we usually have 21% corrections in the beginning of the bull market. Thank you for being the person you are, giving me the skills for being a better person with love, discipline, and knowledge. God bless you, PS5, future of gaming. Thank you so much for always being there and being honorable and kind and giving me great words back to my life, man. God bless you, brother. Shout out to the 879 beautiful souls in the live. 283 likes, $1.99 in chat revenue. Thank you so much. We need some sevens in here. Looks like the bounce is off the 200 MA and the 15-minute candles. 4 can't short because it'll go further above and then it would make a short if it hit resistance. The market is lost right now. Can't decide all morning. Yeah. 30 minutes look like Dinda bullish for long. Fear and greed at 52 seems like a flat day. We'll take a look at the crypto fear and greed index sitting at 52 as you suggested it is from yesterday's 48, bouncing back up. We want it to go lower so we can get these cheap Bitcoins. Who wants Bitcoin at 30K again, please? Right? So what do we say? Is it a long or a short, Sammy? Can you make a call on the game? What's going down? You know, that's a head and shoulder pattern to me that looks likely to break to the downside. You know, there's nothing, I don't know. It's what it looks like to me. Again, no guarantees, but that looks highly probable. But again, I do like this trend line. I like to look at the 200. Here it is. So here, if the 15-minute loses the 200 SMA and we close a candle, I'll look to short. If we never lose the 15-minute 200 SMA, then there's no reason to go short. And if we can bounce here and kind of get tighter, then it looks like a long may be in play. And the 4-hour would have to get pinned by the 1-hour. All right. So to me, it's the 15-minute 200 SMA that's going to be the calling card of the day. It all depends. Every day it changes. You know, the 7-minute did lose the 200. So the 7-minute has to double bottom here and get back above there. This could be the beginning of the end. The last big dump we had, look, the 7-minute really lost the 200. That was the beginning. Had you shorted that right there, you would have been in the money still from that short. You see? You'd still really be no reason to get out of that short until you saw us get maybe even above this resistance. And then you could say maybe. So right now, the 7's not looking amazing. It's not looking hot, but the 15-minute was just caught by the 200. It's like, see how the 200 SMA just came out and was like, no. It's like a guy who dives for the ball in baseball. It's like, no, I'm going to get you. And it just cups it right nicely like it, you know, just, no, you know, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go there. All right, I know what you did. I know what you just did. Don't do that. I want to really buy your course for my wife and I. Yeah, I don't even really sell a course, man. I just, you know, you could just watch it's a 2.5 hour class that breaks down everything, gives you homework, and really just puts you on the next level. You know, straight to the lunchtime makers and the farmers. Shout out to Master Friend of the House. Shout out to Rave Song Records, Jamie Zeno, Bogdanova Dump It, Captain Hedge 2, Dave Romano, Busta Crypto, Giovanni Bellavita, and Unforced Sean Malarkey. You're funny. PS5 Future Gaming in the house. Mahai Bitcoin NMR and Metastrike. Interesting. Love is the strongest frequency. Bitcoin keep bouncing off the 200 MA on the 15-minute. Yep. And look, it could be double bottoming here. The second we lose a candle, we close a candle below it. That's when you know we will close grounds for bearishness. And we'll lose. What's cool about it is some days you don't lose a trend line and the 200 at the same time. That's really awesome because you get double confirmation of bearishness, you know. And then there's a bearish retest there. You lose the 200 SMA. You start to bounce. Could be a very risky place to jump into a long here. I'll be honest, the way the 4-hour looks, and I see this as a head and shoulder pattern. I see some bearishness on the horizon for Bitcoin. But we could wait for confirmation. But I see bearishness on the way. If I had, to me, the probability is still has to remain short. Has to. And have to take it down to 38,465 would be the target. And honestly, if the top of the channel, we come all the way back down here to 37.5 and resistance, it seems like we did hit resistance of this bigger channel. Okay, for Bitcoin. So I'm just kind of taking you in and out. You can zoom out and see we're in this big falling wedge. But we'll show this to you on another time frame so you can see exactly what I'm saying. Right now, I want we're locked in right here. So this is kind of what we're watching. And it's an aggressive long right now with a stop below, possibly, right here, this low, 39.5, to try to get up to 41.39. Or we wait for a short confirmation with the candle closing below the 200 SMA, which looks like it's coming. I feel, the charts convey to me that we're about to get a nasty dump to the downside. Let me see. Anything is possible, right? It is Thirsty Thursday, so just be careful too on Thursday. But there's the head and shoulder pattern that we were looking at. Here's the symmetrical triangle. And see how when I trade, I only really need, I already broke it down for myself. So I saw everything that I need. Yes, baby. I love you. I love you, baby. Don't watch TV. It's bad for you, okay? So always look at this here. And you got 37,600. We got resistance right here. So this is a trade that I'm looking at here. In the second 15-minute candle close below that 200 SMA, it's also more of a confirmation that this is likely going to fall, right? And again, I could be wrong. There is some bullishness here. There's some in the middle. It's not my, I give this like a 6 in conviction. Normally I'm at like an 8. So I'm in between on my conviction. If that's the case, I'll always just bet less than normal. All right. And it's not like, it's not premier betting. It's not premier trading condition for me. Take profit at 37,597, 40,472. Like Tuesday night, we got a lot. And honestly, I hit a lot of beautiful trades on Bitcoin this week. It was actually really good trading this week, which it's kind of strange because the environment felt strange. But then I look back and I was like, yeah, but it was awesome for trading Bitcoin, right? 107 for $307 in the short. I'm going to take it. That 4 hour doesn't look good to me. And to me, the 4 hours in my favor that we're going to get pressed to the downside, but I could be wrong. Yeah. Would like the quarterly, I'm sure, but I would get back into the spades just for your time of experience. Yeah. Mid-trade got me flipping the charts over and looking at it from an angle. Helps you really see it more clearly. I flip the charts upside down, and I never learned that from anybody. I flip the charts upside down all the time. All the time. And look, this looks like it could be an inverted cup and handle that wants to pump, right? But even here, look, top of the channel, bottom of the channel, you usually pump back to the top of the channel, right? You never know. Anything is possible. We are getting held right now by the 200. I'm front running the fact that we're going to lose it. All right. Which is what I just did is very risky. But I'm also playing this head and shoulder pattern with a neckline here. So, and what I'm also doing is, you know what? I could win or lose. What I am doing is I'm collecting data. Every time you open a trade, as long as you're a consistent trader, it's a good thing, in my humble opinion. Whether you win or lose, it's a great thing because for me, I'm going to have some wins and losses. It just is what it is, Inverting the chart is a feature of TradingView, not something you figure out. Yeah, but one day I did it and I saw like how much it gave me it started really teaching me a lot. Anyway, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin in its entirety here and an all-time history index. We're not going to go too in depth here, just give you kind of your weekly levels because tomorrow we're going to be giving you that beautiful weekly analysis for Bitcoin Total 2, Bitcoin Dominance, all the fun stuff like we do here almost all the time. We are going to look at the S&P today and the NASDAQ just because I'm curious. So look, here's your weekly levels that make sense to me that I would be paying attention to, all right? And what do I know? I just do this every day. It probably doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? I probably didn't learn anything by doing this day in and day out for the last 1,000 days. There's no way I figured out any good ideas. I just monotonously did the same things over and over. So we take a look at BTC, right? 37.7, 35.4, and these are a little off. They're not going to be like perfect. 35.5, right? 35.675, 31.5, 25,000, right? So if the weekly decides that it wants to lose this key level at 37.5, it says, I guess. I think we can bring it up a little bit. Let me zoom in. Whenever I do this too, you can look at when the candles actually opened and closed, right? You can like pick one, like the middle one. When did this one open? It opened at 45,350, right? This middle one? Yeah. No, that was the high. Sorry. I was like, that doesn't make sense. It opened at 37,700. Yeah, so 37.7 is an area that I'm very interested in. If we lose 37.7, I'm looking for Bitcoin to go lower, right? Somewhere in this vicinity of $35,400. 35.5, right? So that's kind of what I'm paying attention to. Trying to get that to 450 is not easy. Got to zoom in here to do that. Good enough for me. These are the weekly levels I would be paying attention to. All right. And where would I flip to trauma? Like, where would I flip to, like, oh no, like we may be going into serious correction. And this is not just like a pullback in a bull market. We're actually going into like the lows of life. That's when we get, I'm like, why did I lose my moving averages? That's when, if we lose the 200 SMA on the 5-day chart, like we start to lose that will be a horrible sign. We start to lose the 200 SMA on the daily, that will be the first thing that will really start to kind of, and right now, if we do lose the 200 SMA here on the 22-hour, which is, we're battling it right now for Bitcoin. Like you can see, if we don't get this breakout, which looks somewhat possible, if we get the breakout, we could be consolidating into something like this. This would be a beautiful consolidation, and there's a chance we make some, a nice ascending triangle. Funny, there's this one setting where you can actually grab, it's called Ghost Feed. It's funny. And I believe you can I thought you could open these up or something, make them, but maybe not. Oh yeah, they just channel. Whatever, it's weird, right? But we could do something similar to this, right? That's not out of the ordinary. It would take some time. It would take till March, which would be awesome. And then we go into the halving. This would be altcoin heaven, right? If Bitcoin did this, it would be altcoin heaven. There's some ideas that this could happen, and I'll tell you why. All right? I'll tell you why. If we really get rid of the MACD here, I don't need it at the present moment. And we really just open up the RSI. And we look here, you can see that we have this extended downtrend on the RSI. Here from there, you can even take from here to here. But on price action, you're getting this uptrend, right? In both areas. And those are both hidden bullish divergences because you're getting a trending uphill battle for price action while you're getting a downward movement for the RSI. It's a very bullish sign to me, that we could be getting a massive bounce back here. And we got the bullish divergence we wanted here. It's really all about this 22 200 SMA. I know it's insane how much. If we can hold this 22-hour 200 SMA. Now, we may go below it a little bit to scare people, but it's and look at that short playing out to the downside, and now you're in the money, right? So just another, I've been extremely accurate here on the channel day in and day out, but sometimes the market hasn't been amazing. But that is 4%. That's a fast $10. And I already made I woke up and sold, you have to remember. And then I already just sold another short earlier this morning. And this is going to be my second. So bang, bang, bang. This will be my third trade green in a row for the day, right? Again, it's $10. I'm not thinking it's amazing, and I didn't put a lot in there because the market's a little sketchy. But I would like to see if we start to lose that 200 SMA on the 15, then I have more control over what's likely going to happen on the market, right? 1,033 people here on the live. Look, now we are below the 200 SMA. So I front run that idea with my head and shoulder pattern. And, you know, I woke up this morning and I said, Sammy, don't live in fear and don't live in doubt. I said, if you see something, take it. I said, if you're on the live today, people will respect you for losing. They'll respect you for winning. And the breakout code I see, Y16426, AI definitely wants it. Hedge don't. Anyway, and there you're at 39,687. I just gave you the short to the downside. You would think I had a time machine. Who here is up in the money right now to the short? Bang, 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 bang. It was as if I had a sniper rifle, you know, ready to rock. And there it is. 39,677. Fat red candles for Bitcoin, front running the drop of the 200 SMA on the 15-minute, showing you the head and shoulder pattern before it happened, and getting busy. Busy, 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 busy. All right. I copied this. Put on Solana, a millionaire. Bang, bang, bang. Mr. Swipe. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Who is in the short? Banging on him right now at 39,667. A beautiful red candle to the downside. We lost the 200 SMA. That's usually when we get a nice dump. Look, right at the point of control was the right shoulder. This thing was absolutely lovely. We called it again to the downside. We love you. Bang, bang, bang. Who got rocked on their long and is pissed. And believe me, I cannot call a short. I am not, you know, in the short, Sam. Thank you. Man, it's going to be red. Red is bread, baby. I mean, the 4 hour is pressing on you right now. You're in a symmetrical triangle. Every time I've seen them, they've been breaking to the downside recently. But be careful. I've been seeing false move Mondays on every day now. I wouldn't be surprised if this whips right back up to the upside. How was your SHIDO trade? I'm not in SHIDO anymore. I sold that immediately for gains and never look back. Yeah. Where do you put the stop now? The stop for me would be brought to break even. I mean, it depends. Let me take a look. I mean, it depends on the trade. Yeah, you could do one or two things. You could shave a little bit of the stop. I see what I'm risking. I'm risking 100 for 600, right? Or that was the trade. 100 for 300. That was the trade. And look, there's a quick $25. I could do that 10 times today on a really sketchy market and continue to take gains. Now what I do is I swing to a smaller time frame because likely that the 7 minute is going to be getting oversold. The 5 minute is going to be getting, yeah. So that tells me that we could be getting some type of bounce now. All right. And so like, I would just like, you know, might even just take these 10 times a day. Right. Bang. And I go last, I go 100. And you go back to last one more time, and then boom, boom, right? And maybe I got to do it again. Boom, boom. I got to do it again. There we go. All right. And because I like to limit out as much as humanly possible, right? So, and again, I usually sell early. There's probably a bigger dump coming, but I could find a flag now in a smaller time frame. All right, so now I'm looking for the 1 hour to possibly do what's called a bearish retest. I want to see it try to get back inside the pattern, all right, which it likely should. We have a little bit of divergence here. And let's take a look at BOOKMAP if it's helping us out. Where is the liquidity at? It's getting dark red right here. We're seeing a hungry order at 39,100. They definitely want to push that price further to the downside. You have to remember, too, and zoom out, that 4 hour is not with you right now. The 4 hour is pushing down on you. It is not in your favor. So that's one thing that you got to pay attention to. You don't want to, you know. But that was a beautiful short. You want to learn how to execute in and out, small, quick time frames. It's not a big deal. Don't stress yourself, right? And today's not an amazing day to trade. I'm not loving today. I'm not throwing around $10,000 to $30,000 on a day like today. You know what I mean? The market's okay. I'm able to navigate any market at any time. But I've been in it for a long time. Like, volatility is kind of what I do now. But at what level are you going to close your current short, Sam? I just did. I was in the short. Thank you for the call. Yep. God bless BRZ8. And again, just to learn, too, got a quick 7%. Good day, Sam. Which exchange has the most candle volatility or the most risky? Just your opinion. Cheers. I mean, I thought Binance always still has the most volume, but I could be wrong. But to me, I feel like it's always been Binance, and it always will be, right? For now. But, you know, Bybit's pretty hot. Mexi is great. KuCoin is great, but they're not, you know, Binance definitely has the cake of all the. So anyway, boom, 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 you know. Bang. Just wanted to make sure. So remember, everybody, if you, Sam is cautious. Sam too. Yeah, Robert Vermouth. Thoughts on KuCoin cancellation of accounts of the first? Currently 8 million current wallets. About half are unverified accounts. Curious where those funds are going to go to. I didn't hear about that. You know what I mean? I will hedge both ways and wait for the bigger move. Then cancel one and add to the one once we get the momentum rocking one way. Hey man, if you keep knowing how to rocket schlong, then you're nailing it. Remember, the 4 hours pushing on us, and it's likely to continue this dump further to the downside. The more we stay below the 200 SMA in the 15-minute, the more likely we are to get a drop now. You know, now I could be a little more chintzy, and I could enter this trade here now with a stop loss like really close to go for the longer dip, the bigger dip, right? And there we go, man. There she goes. Likely, because if you get above the 200 SMA in the 15-minute, it's over. But a lot of times, once you break it, like look here, had we done this with the stop loss right here, we never would have lost. It would have been a massive dump. Not saying it, the thing is, it doesn't always happen. That's the thing about trading. You don't get everything every time, but you get it most of the time. You have to be around to know what most of the time is. You have to trade a lot. Like right there, it worked beautifully. Right there, it worked pretty good, but they might have wicked this up right there. See? And then you would have missed out on a massive short down. So what I like to do is go now to the 1 minute time frame and look for a flag. You see what's going on here and pay attention. And just like I do on the other when I'm going long, it's the same exact scenario, right? Take the length of the base of this pole, and there's a possible scalp here on the 1 minute. What's funny is if you get comfortable doing this long, then you can do it short. It just looks different to you. But if it does look different, like we were saying earlier, switch it, flip it, dip it, and skip it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make you laugh, but you know what I mean? So 39,400 could be a target there for Bitcoin. All right. To the downside from 712. Let's see what happens on this 1 minute formation. All right. New York lawsuit will close accounts of the first. Force close on the 8th. What is your Twitter different from mine on TradingView? I do not know. Let's dump Bitcoin. Bunmon. Can you look at MOVR? I'm using the SMA. Maybe you're using an EMA. I will hedge both ways and wait for the bigger move. Shout out to Justin Cashmore. Shout out to After Hours Investing. Shout out to Hunches. And everybody this weekend, I teach class the last Saturday of every month. Boom, boom, boom. $150. Jump into class today. We are giving this information away, basically. $150. Just make sure that you stay there. Keeps you honest and make sure that you're committed to the group. Jump on it today. Get excited. And, formulate a plan. Get some education for this next bull run coming so you don't get blindsided. Take advantage of the market. Do you keep getting wrecked? Do you keep getting rocked? Oh, there it is. Dang, I missed that dump. That when we drop fast. That bear flag says we're going to dump even more now to the downside. No reason to stop the short. You now have resistance at 39,717 for Bitcoin. All right. Learn the skills that I'm teaching you right now in my course. All right. You only get them here in the course every last Saturday of the month. I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. You'll be like, I had no idea I could learn that much in 2 hours. And once you take the course, people say the stream just pops. They get so much more information from the stream. All right. I'm personally not going back in the market. That was a small win there, but it was my third win of the day, and I'm pretty excited about it. So 3 for 3 in an insanely volatile market that's not giving me a lot of juice, but I'm just being very disciplined about my in and out and kind of how I'm dicing through the market here. So far, we played that head and shoulder pattern, and it did break to the downside. It broke its neckline, and then, we have to say we're still in somewhat of a bear flag here on the 1 minute time frame. Best mentor in the game. It just clicks. Then the stream makes so much more sense. Shout out to Cesar Cordero in the game. Shout out to Lifer Adam, Kyle Owen, Chris 0626, and Justin Cashmore. Fed Day might produce some unexpected twists and turns. Best ever group. I'll be there for class. Shout out to Bogdanov and Dumpy. We love that. I can't wait to see you there on Saturdays. And again, I could take the Saturday off, but no, we're going to work on Saturday 7 days a week. It's insanity. What is your TA price target for SHIDO? Well, it depends. You know, Bitcoin's going to rock most of the market. You know, you want to really be paying attention to what Bitcoin's doing and not being a pay, you know, because if Bitcoin hits pretty hard, then SHIDO will drop with Bitcoin. Thoughts on Injective? I'm telling you right now, everything's going to take a hit. We may not be out of the water yet for BTC. Okay. We may not be out the water yet for Bitcoins. For Sammy Bitcoin. Look at that. See, you can't look at this is all this awesome work on the small time frame that you just can't, you know. What you can do if you're obsessed, I'm on my chart, what you can do, right, is you go here and you kind of see what you just made. Horizontal line. You can see all the way down to like some of these, maybe not all the trend lines, but maybe to here. It highlights everything you see that you're doing. Oh, yeah, and you want to grab that one. You don't have to grab that one, maybe. Right-click it, create a group, and then that group will hide, you know, most of what you did there. And you can see the bigger time frame now. And be like, okay, well, what levels am I looking at on the daily, right? Without having all that insanity on the chart. And just have it nice and clear. I mean, clearly, previous resistance became support. That's an SR flip right now. There's nothing wrong with opening up a long right now for Bitcoin with a stop right here. And if you get stopped out, so be it. You played the support and resistance flip, and you're not that. See, the point is every time I open one of these, and I open three, if I only have to hit 3 out of, I only have to hit really, if I hit 3 out of 10 of these, I'm going to make massive gains. You get it? Because the risk is small. So whenever I'm using proper support and resistance to enter my trades, the risk is very limited. But like people want to reinvent the wheel and do all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, I just find it so simple to do the simple stuff. You know, thank God. I was thinking I was reinventing the wheel for years and trying to become like, you know, and then I came back to the basics. Like the basics kicked my butt until I decided they worked. You know, they kept saying, hey, you didn't listen to me again. Like I'd see all this other stuff on a different oscillator, and then I'd see a rising wedge, and I'd see, oh, you know. Oh. Remember, I closed my trade, right? I'm not in a trade anymore, okay? And let's take a look at what's happening to BTC now on the smaller time frame. But the daily looks good, like we SR flipped right there. That's a good sign. And, you know, that level that we SR flipped, it would be here, you know, 38,004, 38,500, right? Bitcoin bouncing back, right? We got to almost like zoom in here now. And look at that. I said I wouldn't be surprised. Look, boom. And you did have a somewhat of a good bullish div here. That was swing down and swing down. That swung up. Boom. And I bet you did money printer back to the 200, right? Watch. Look at that. Where do you go to? Right to the 200 SMA. Isn't that crazy how it happens like that? Right to the 200. Reversal. Bang. We sold perfectly, right? At a very good time. You hit 9 out of 10. I'm happy with 3. And still win over and over and over again. Yeah. Manta is not dumping, even though Bitcoin is. Manta's different because Manta just opened up and people are kind of rushing in and out. You have to think about the narrative behind what's happening. If something, say there's like a club just opened up and everyone wants to try it out, but it's a dead area that like most of the other businesses are falling off. That's kind of like the story, you know. That club might have a little more, you know, it might have a couple more weeks of people because it just, you know, let's just at least find out, you know. Bad example, but I'm trying to make some type of a metaphor here. 5-second time frame, 100x leverage, you're funny. The money will flow out of Bitcoin and into the altcoins. The altcoins drop for good entry price for the whales, move money into the alts. Takes some days sometimes. Keep an eye out. Yeah, it's exactly what they do, though. Because where else can they put their money, you know? So now, look, remember, this is the bearish retest that we talked about, right? It came down, it bearishly retest. Now, this would be the time to enter the short for sure, right? This would be the time to now nail the short again for a massive, like, you know, because now, look, I mean, you're bearishly retesting the bottom trend line. We'll get rid of this for now. That was the neckline of that. You fell out, you're bear. That's a bearish retest. Could be a great entry right now for a short, honestly. Like to hit a bearish retest would be so sweet. And it got rejected by the 200 SMA. So I'm thinking like, boom. What if I just set up with a stop loss like right there? What I'm doing is I'm going off the bearish retest and the idea that we got rejected by the 200 SMA. I just feel like a Monday type of volatility today, you know. The example was spot on lifer. I will be glad if you give your TA on Injective. We'll take a look at all different coins and break it down. All right. What coins you guys want the most? Y'all show some discipline. Hit the like button. Sam is serious business. God bless you, everyone. Thank you for that. Wick featuring WIF going to make it as the best meme coin of 2024. I'm still in WIF. We'll see what happens. I got faith in WIF. I guess you know I'm a WIF guy. So we'll see what happens, you know. So we could open the trade here. The stop would have to be at 39,996. $39,996, right? We'd be in the money already. And the take profit has to be like, I don't know, 39. We'll go 38,888. Risk $70 for 260. I added the sound effect the other day. Give me whiff or give me WEF. Any day of the week. Give me whiff over WEF. Yeah. Give me whiff over WEF. Weef. Pyth looking good. So, whoa, look at that drop too. That's how you make $5 in 2 seconds. All right. That's the fastest cup of coffee you ever make in your life. Look, $9 in 2 seconds. Insanity, right? Fastest $9 I ever saw. Right. And again, who cares? This could dump, right? I'm not risking a lot. It's more for kind of, you know, I can't wait to make a bigger trade when the market's really sitting pretty. I can put 5,000 in at like 10x leverage and make a $50,000 trade or more or something, you know. It's still a $12,000 trade, but, you know, it's $435 at 28x leverage. All right. And again, do not use leverage if you have no idea what you're doing, please. Like, I didn't use leverage for 10 years of my life, and you can see I'm not using a lot of money. My spot portfolio is way bigger. I'm just being on, you know. You do what makes you happy, though. Like, you do whatever makes you happy. I would never, I'm not a financial advisor, and like I'm saying, you should be taking this financial advice. All right? this is in real life. This is my life. Like, I just share my life every day with each and every one of you. If you want to jump on in, you like what you see, or it makes sense to you, jump on in. We trade here at MEXC. Lowest fees in the market also, right? If you hold the MEXC token, they will cut those fees in half, baby. All right? That's how you'll get these low fees, by holding the MEXC token. They also burn the MEXC token, just like they were burning BNB. So exchange-based tokens are definitely something you want to pay attention to. All right? Exchange-based tokens. And look at that, you know. And all we're doing is we're super close. This would be something I would 100x, right? Because soon I'm going to start 100xing these, like, because I'm like, you know, you can put a stop loss so close to price action if you know what you're doing and you have a system in place. Now, if we lose this 21 SMA, this will be even better for the dump, right? Usually you don't go much lower than it too. So once we get extended then by it, I have to think about it. Now look, shoulder, head, possible right shoulder. Might be a lost cause here. You know. A lot of chop. Not a great day to trade. A lot of in and out chop, honestly. Just keep this window open. High fee on that. Come back to it. We want to lose that 700 and see the drop, though, right? We got to low as 631 at one point. Came back up. Oh, this one here is 719, maybe? I keep hearing a lot about LCX for an exchange coin. LCX is cool. When new people trade leverage, they usually become the asset that ends up getting traded. GTA is a pullback for another gorgeous move to the upside. New coin on MEXC. High risk. Do not. No guts, no glory. Let's go, baby. Shout out to my man. GTAI. Let's take a look at GTAI on MEXC. GT Protocol. found by Justin Cashmore. And he saw before it even came on to MEXC, right? And it just hit MEXC on the 25th of January. Today, it's the 1 minute chart, right? So this thing is brand spanking new, right? It barely moves. You know what? I don't mind. Sometimes I buy these new coins to see what happens. So I'll put in what I'm willing to lose. I'll put $1,000 into this thing and see what happens. You know, every time I've done this, I've won like 5 out of 6 or 7 times because you get the coin so dang early. But look, it already moved up from 13. Wow, the thing boomed though. Look at that. It was at 13 cents. And you talked about it last night. You said it's going to be, man, wow. And it went to $2. Unbelievable. So it could crash all the way back down. But usually they don't. Usually they kind of consolidate. But wow. More here than on TradingView, right? So that's why you have to check out the chart here too. Makes me not want to jump on it. If I saw one of these first candles 15 minutes ago, wow. If just 15 minutes ago, you got in at 39 cents. Look, this thing did go to $1.94. And a lot of them do it in a minute. This took some time. So you could have jumped in this first 15-minute candle. It would have looked something like this, right? Because those are, you know, on the 1 minute, say these were 1 minute candles, they take up 15 minutes, right? What do you think about Alt Layer? It got listed today already on Binance. Myro falling back down. 10 would be a good buyback spot. It depends, man. A lot of these things are, you know, I'm in and out on coins like that, right? But we'll find out. You know, it could come back. We'll see. Myro. I saw a pullback coming based on Fibonacci, right? It said that we were going to get a pullback. So this coin's hard to kind of tell. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. I'm just looking at this little tiny chart here. Almost feels like it's some hidden bullish too, right? I might like the ship sail. I wish I got in when you got in even before. You were telling people in the trading group this morning, I believe. Rune and Avalox. Wow. I think I dipped down and sideways today, then to the upside. Yeah, it may not be the best time. Yeah, it may not. It may not. But it could sail too, though. You'd be surprised. And then sometimes these things just keep sailing. Like you'll see it at $10 on MEXC or $4 or $5. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing ripped. Can you take a look at Illuvium? But I don't know. I don't know anything about it. And just so everybody knows, nobody paid me to bring this coin up, everyone. I don't know the team. This isn't like a setup where I'm like, oh, by the way, today we're going to... I don't do that. I really don't. I didn't even really... I half saw this morning in the trading group, but I didn't, you know, I wasn't fully on board. Multi's been hot. People have been talking about multi. All right. Dump it, 680. It's headed down, baby. There we go. There we go. Right? And I was like, am I still in a trade? I really still am in a trade. There's another profitable trade. Show you how to gobble another 5% out of the market no matter what every single day. I don't care how small. I can do this 10 times a day. I can do this 10, 20 times a day. Sometimes it's $40. Sometimes it's 80. It's not always just $20. You know what I mean? But it's better than losing money. I just keep grabbing more than I had before. And that's the key, right? And just... And that was a sniper entry right there. Like, we put our stop loss on the other side of this 200 SMA. I mean, you can't there's nothing, you can't be any better than that, right? And it looks like a beautiful bearish retest that we caught, you know, on the 1 minute. There's a chance we caught one of the most greatest retests of the day there, nice and calm and easily, but you never know. I don't want to talk a good game and watch this thing just rip in my face. So let's see what happens. But again, another profitable trade, and I've been giving out profitable trades on my live stream now for days, like every day now for Bitcoin. We've been extremely, extremely accurate. Before I went to bed last night, I gave a profitable trade. I gave another trade when I woke up this morning. I closed the trade in front of you guys here in gains. I opened up another one here. You can just see and I'm just doing the same things over and over again, nice and calm, and I'm in the zone. I'm just in the zone, just doing, you know, I can't tunnel vision. You will eventually get tunnel vision. You'll love it. It'll feel good. It's a chain GBT pad launch. Oh, it was. That's how you got in there. Interesting. And I own some chain GPT too. We got to have a call, man, so you can like break that. See, I wish I had my hands in every single little thing that goes by. I'm like, well, I wanted that. I want on that. It's funny. It's like, well, I want in on that. I want in on that. Shout out to Ed McCracken for giving $5 super chat for ICP. Ed, we love you. We appreciate you. All right. And is that alert box coming around? I think it does, right? We'll see. I think it'll come in. It's usually a little delayed, but I want to see. Maybe I turned it off. I don't know. I hope not. I saw when we were going over the members. There it is. Yeah. Super chat. Live, laugh, and love donated $1.99. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. God bless. And Ed McCracken donating $5. New super chat. I love that up there. I love that. That makes my day, all this fun little digital stuff. I don't know why, but I love it. It makes my day, the fun digital stuff, right? Shout out to the fan funding here. We want to shout out the beautiful fans that are funding the channel on a daily basis. Live, laugh, and love. You give almost all the time. Very loving. DAG. What is your TA price target for SHIDO? We'll take a look at it from RC Moore. Kabuchi, can you take a look at Illuvium, ILV, yes, and LAI, Layer, and ICP for the group. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to Ed McCracken, Live, Laugh, Love, Kabuchi, and RC Moore, Chris Denny for giving 5 memberships, and all you beautiful people for doing fan funding. You're absolutely lovely and amazing people. We care about you. We love you, and we thank you every day for being here, part of the channel, all right? And if you all know, I mean, I haven't mentioned it in a few days, but my mom passed away on Thanksgiving Day this year in front of me. She was 74 years old, super bright, happy, wasn't sick, wasn't on any medication. You know, she may have had some adverse reactions to some things, but we don't know for sure. But she, you know, she eventually had a brain aneurysm in front of me while she was talking. And I eventually got in the ambulance, brought her to her, and she was brain dead an hour later, and it took 3 days for her to eventually die. And that's been my story, but I pushed through every day, never took a day off. So if you're new to the channel, know that no matter what happens in your life, and I have strong faith in God that's been getting me through this, I'll be honest, everybody. And I don't cry anymore. I really haven't shed a tear in a few days, or maybe even a week. And I'm at the hospital, and I put your stream in the TV. The nurse told you look handsome, Sam. Thank you. Thank you. And I put your stream on the TV. The nurse says you look handsome. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. You know why? Because now you're going to make me cry, because it reminded me when my mom told me that I looked handsome. Dang, man. You guys got me. You guys got me. And I didn't think I was going to go there. But I'm not going to go there. I'm good. God's strength, man. Why'd you have to do it to me, man? Prayers to you, man. God bless everybody. We love you. We appreciate you. And, yeah. God bless you, Sam. You deserve it. What's up, Lifer? You don't care what coins you look at. I'm just here to scoop up some of the Lifer sauce. Thank you. Shout out to Cash and Crypto. We love you, man. Cash in on crypto, man. We love you. Master Friend. Samson, Cup and Handsome. You're a funny dude, huh? Appreciate you, like always, Sam the man, man. Shout out to Highly Trained. Shout out to Busta Crypto and everybody here on the live. Let's jump on in to the bigger markets here. And remember, if Bitcoin closes a candle below the 200 SMA on the 22-hour time frame, it's not going to be a good look for us. You know what? It's going to be a great look for us. We're gonna cash in, but it will mean that there's likely more downside for Bitcoin to the daily 200 SMA. You know, it would just suggest that we do have to come and tussle with 34,000, at least 35.9, right? It just says that those are areas that we are going to visit when you come down there. All right. So we have some fun projections on the index, and we can see where we're likely going to go, and only time will tell. But could the hidden bullish divergence play out? It's a very weird one. And I've never backtested one that looked like that before. So that'll be a first for me, the whole like rocky road type of hidden bullish. You know, usually it's a little more up, down, and I have a nice hill and it's clean. However, it does fit the parameters of hidden bullish. So, I don't know. Only time will tell. You know, best channel for the most bullish content. I don't know. I mean, I've been shorting the market today. How is it the most bullish? Dude, it's okay to cry. It's healthy. And it also means you're a good guy with a good heart. Have feelings. And there is something really good that you really miss. Amen. Shout out to Juro. I know. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get the energy up to the energy. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We break out of that. Love my mom. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's sip your lemons. Lemons, they say, are a natural, just give you natural energy. Just sipping a lemon supposed to make you feel good. Let's take a look at those super chats. We got DAG, SHIDO, Illuvium, LAI, and ICP. Lower high retracement before the bigger one. Because we make money up or down. Sam, you helped me stop drinking, and it really has helped me remain focused. And I'm an old head, but it was nice to hear. And I love this crypto. Shout out to Bovan, man. Hey, man, it's never too late to change your life. When my father passed from cancer, you gave me everything I needed. Thank you, Sammy. God bless you, brother. Whoever mentioned GTAI, I thank you. I looked into it, and its potential is crazy. I just bought a bunch. How did I miss this channel for so long? Glad to be here. Thank you for jumping on it. Well, you know, my man, the Martini guy shot me out today. He shot a bunch of YouTubers out, but he shot me out. People might have come in. Alkaline water, good stuff. Interested if you heard of Souls. What do you think of Soul 1 on MEXC? Has a different tag there. Interesting. Yeah, I see Souls here. This thing looks like it's a rug pull. I don't know. You know, what time frame do you suggest to use for the least accuracy? What time frame do you suggest to use for least accuracy? Why would you want least accuracy? Sam, can you please sell your Bitcoin? I need that short. Yeah, right. Coin with the best TA at the moment. Support rest flip. You're funny. Sorry, bro. I will call you on the next one. Found out about GTA literally a day before yesterday. Posted it as soon as I found it, but wanted to make sure it was a decent project. No, it's all good, man, but that's crazy. Like, you nailed like a hot, like you were in, I remember you talking about it yesterday in the group, right? And you were like, yo, this thing's going to hit. I mean, it went from 22 cents to 190 in an hour. Like, it's crazy. I just wish I had got down there, right? Wow. Like, wow. But again, I probably would have put a G in, and then I would have had $4,000. So, you know, I'll wait for a pullback and put $4,000 in it. You know, that's kind of how I look at it. Great to know there's a big heart with your winning attitude and look. Giovanni Bellavita. Okay for 100% accuracy. What time frame do you suggest coupled with support and resistance tested? That's not the right one. You cry, I cry. I lost my dad too, man. Thank you for PRQ. You make me smile every day, bro. God bless you, man. Thank you, PS5 Future of Gaming. You make me smile too, man. Super nice. When you say nice things like that to me, you're going to put me in a good mood to make me smile. You know. GTA. Interesting. Super oversold there. See, that's got that hidden bullish, see? Go, go, Power Ranger. That thing could just, you know, moon monsoon right here. 261. I wouldn't chase this. If I bought it, it would just be like, let's see what happens. You know, it would be a gamble. You know, I'd be honest. Like that, some things are not technical analysis for me. They're just like whatever, right? But there's speculation in everything. All right. You can get better at speculation. TIA, SA, hello, GFL, Soul. Good for starting over. Been watching you a couple weeks now. Great stuff. Thank you so much, man. Nathan Clark, we love you. We appreciate that. You've been just jumped on in and you really like what's going on here. That makes me super happy. So, hey, man, not thinking about my wife today. Jamie, you don't need it. Go find yourself a new gal, all right, that likes crypto. Hang out with her. Watch the live stream. Change your life. Start focusing on the new and improved, all right? Let's take a look at all the super chats here. Do we have anyone writing the super chats down for the lifer? Let's take a look. Yes, we got Lakochi hanging out. We got DAG, Shido, Illuvium, LAI, and ICP. I also want to take a look at the DXY, which is the US dollar current index, because we have to. All right, that's why. All right, don't ask why. DXY. Anyway, we saw this. Wow, the 12-hour looks somewhat bullish here in this kind of channel. And to me, it looks like it's going to break out this flag to the upside, which could, you know, it could pump with Bitcoin. They've pumped together. But it does say that there's about to be a pump. The 12-hour looks interesting for the DXY. 4-hour and the 12-hour both look bullish for me. They're above the 200 SMA in a flag. That tells me we're about to get a pump for the DXY, which would tell me to watch out for my altcoins and Bitcoin. So watch out. The DXY looks like it's going to make a pump into Saturday, into Monday possibly. It doesn't look amazing for BTC, all right? And I probably got gobbled up. Yeah, nine beans. but it's still kind of barely retesting, not looking amazing. It's still below the 200 SMA on the 1 minute. If we flip the 200 SMA, so be it. All right. But again, small amounts on these trades. The day isn't amazing to me. In and out. Maybe our large amounts at high leverage in and out, like fast, I guess. But it's just not my trading style. So that's not what I do. Lakoche 2.0 is back. Reborn, stronger than ever. Yeah, we built them back in one night. We rebuilt them in one night. No, it's fine. Look at that thing. One night. It just bounced from 185 to 199. People are fiending for this thing. GT protocol, GTAI. Let's take a look if we can get a little bit of an idea of what it is, what it does, just in a brief summary of some part. All right. Look, you got no. I love it. It's so early you can't even, Animoca Brands forges partnership in Web3. Is it Animoca? I mean, published on January. Read the full article here. Animoca Brands, first two, blah, blah, blah. GT Protocol cable. Animoca Brands, one of the leading VCs. The Sandbox Galaxy GT Protocol. I mean, anytime Animoca Brands says anything, I'm over it. Like, they just pump. They've got that name that people feel comfortable. And so, and it works for me, too. So I'm like, oh, Animoca's behind it? Oh, that's money. They don't put their money. They don't lose their money, So Animoca tells me this thing could boom. And now, look, it's a 2. So we found the hottest coins in the game, and someone was putting this out in my trading group yesterday, or I'm trying to see your post. I believe it was maybe this morning, but I did see a post about it in the trading group in the 99. Let me see, GTAI. And he even said, good morning, lifers. Congrats to anyone who got into GTAI protocol. I put a list in the group last night. Project I believe will do well. GTA is banging on them. Mexi just listed early AM. Wow. So it was given last night by a good friend and someone in the trading group who I really appreciate. And there's so many people bringing knowledge into that trading group, more than me too. It's unbelievable. And look, I mean, just showing you, yeah, if you aped in at the wrong time, but man, this thing went up on the 15-minute candles from 39 cents, and it is at two beans. So unbelievable. Shout out to Justin, man. And you can't win them all. I can't win every single trade, but God bless you, man. That's amazing. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at DAG USDT. Constellation, right? Haven't looked at this coin in a long time. It traded on Binance. It has more information than just this chart, just so you know. But previous resistance becomes support. You got that level there that matters. You came back down. Honestly, a lot of coins are retesting key areas of support. I went over this last night, and a lot of my posts were retests of key support zones. And like every time I looked at another chart and another chart and another chart, it just kept showing me support. Bitcoin battling 39,800 now, back about, and you can see they're just chopping it up. They're going back and forth. I'm not giving them a lot of my money today. I'm not allowing them to take my money. I'm just getting in and out, short time frames. And if I'm going to trade something, I'm not going too crazy on it. And I know better. I've traded beautiful markets where the market is not doing this, and we're getting some movement. We're getting, we're either dumping nicely or pumping nicely. This is chop. And when you're in chop, you got to be careful. But Constellation DAG, previous support becoming resistance, bit of a ascending cup and handle, and I call these ascending cups because the cup itself is moving with a higher right side than the left side. And I coined that phrase myself. You may not find this in a book. I call them ascending cup and handles. I pull Fibonacci's there. We're right in the golden pocket. I mean, that looks amazing to me. I have to be honest, and it looks hot. Now, Bitcoin could destroy almost every awesome setup, but this setup looks really, really, really nice. So I like what I'm seeing here for DAG, Constellation, USDT. Possible move to the target is, drumroll please, 9355, right? 9355. I like what I'm seeing. Now, the second it loses this level, look for it to drop down to the 886 and test that point of control at 03423. So it's not all lovely, but I mean, it's on strong support right now inside of what looks like an ascending cup and handle in the golden pocket with the Stokes aggressively pointing to the upside and swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. It has some hidden bullish divergence too as well, which tells me this thing could get busy. Hidden bullish dip. See that? falling volume with falling price. And see how you can add all these little like labels to things to help people. And it's weird. Did I delete? It's weird. The line's gone. The line never disappears. And like you can even right click this. This is what I love. This is like measured move. So nice, right? Look at that. You can double label this too, just to kind of make it a point. And I believe, like, if we all do this, I mean, and I haven't been this anal recently, but like, and like we can even, and then you could even do this, like, right? This helps beginners. Like, we want to make it a definable way to learn. And when they see things, like, so when they could see a chart, and someone could see this chart, make the gain, and never learn any of this. You get what I mean? Someone could see the chart, never take the trade, but at least learn some of this. And someone could take the chart, make the gain, and also learn this. That's the key. That's the trifecta that we're looking for, right? We want the whole shebang. We want people to understand the knowledge, right? Shout out to the 1,108 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We're going to continue to show you new coins every single day. You do not want to miss the show. The show, maybe we go over TA, and it's a very similar TA over and over again, but I am going to show you a new coin, a new project, something interesting. Every single day we find out something new in cryptocurrency. We are on a journey together. This show is basically a journey, and every day we just kind of pick up where we left off, and we continue to go through the internet. We meet different people. They say hi. The chat is open, and we interact with the world. Yeah. Hey, Sammy, there's a CME gap from Bitcoin from the 23rd that isn't filled. No, I don't think so. This is the place to be. Shout out to PONKE Bros, man. We love you. And we're going to look at SHIDO, Illuvium, LAI, ICP, and PONKE. PONKE does continue to pump. The last time I looked at it, I haven't checked at it since, though. But it's been hot. It's been hot. PONKE been hot, baby. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the Discord. I love you. I appreciate you all. Tonight is our weekly screen share together. So we will be back at it again like we always are. It's going to be amazing. So DAG's got a lot going for it. You see the hidden bullish divergence. You see the golden pocket. And it's at support too. So support on the golden pocket with hidden bullish div. I mean, that's the quickest, easiest way to see something for me that looks nice. And it's funny, that took years to be able to just kind of even say that sentence and understand it for me. Like, to be like, oh, boom, 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 you know. And thousands of trades for me to kind of eventually feel comfortable with that. Here, look, too, you can see even here, if he didn't even tell me about it. Look, today at 5:30, GT protocol listed on Bitmart. Polonian X. Wow, BitGet. So this thing had a big, look, Gate.io. So this thing was hot. Everyone was adding it this morning at 5 in the morning. Pretty crazy, right? So you just jumped in the second it came out. I wonder, it looks like you may have been able to get a market order in somewhere between 13, 25, 39 cents. And then it got listed later on Nexi, which is crazy. So early in the morning, you could have got it even cheaper probably on Bitmart or Polonian X. See that? Wow, BitGet had it too. Gate.io had it. Unbelievable. So this thing was hot. And look, yesterday we got the alert bot telling us it'll be listed soon on KuCoin. On 119, it was telling us about it. So you could, and so I have this bot that's teaching me when exchanges are listing coins. And I'm telling you right now, the bot alone was how I was able to find some of the coins on the low, right? It just, people have no idea. I have so many methods because everyone thinks you have to, there's so many different ways to skin a cat. The information has to go out, become known, and then flow through, right? So there's different ways to recognize that information and capture it. All right. Screen share is amazing weekly. Thank you. The weekly screen share, drinks, optional, close, mandatory. Sam, God bless you, brother. Thank you. Hidden bullish about to play out. Take notes on the screen share. It shall make you gains. Crypto Bellico, thank you, man. Massive listing. Jeez, I wish I could have caught it. Hey, it happens, man. There's going to be many, many, many more. The fact that that happened lets you know there's just going to be so much opportunity in this market. The problem is people get obsessed with the wrong opportunities and chase them instead of realizing there's just going to be another one and being open-minded to opportunity. So if you don't live in fear and you love gratitude, it's just more likely you're going to fall into more opportunity. Those two frequencies create more opportunity. They just do. So look, we do have a wick to wick here situation. Wick to wick, which could possibly get SHIDO to pop. If Bitcoin pops, SHIDO will pop. If Bitcoin drops, this whole market, to me, SHIDO is likely to come down to the 618.65 golden pocket. It does have a little bit of resistance right here, but not amazing. Not amazing. And it's coming for the, and remember when SHIDO got up here, I said, it's going to come back down to the 21,200 SMA. And I just took it for that game. I sold pretty close to the dang top. I sold, 11,495 or something, and it went to 12.5, 13, or 12, 13 on the dot, maybe 12.9. SHIDO, baby. The 99 is an ecosystem of some of the most brilliant traders in the space. It's a place for you to get the education you deserve and gain an edge in the market. Join the 99 in your life or family. Thank you for saying that. And you can easily join here in the pinned comment section. If you want to jump into MEXC, place with the least amount of fees if you hold the MEXC token and has the best user experience on trading and futures, right? They tried to FUD it. It didn't work out too well, right? They went on a FUD campaign for a couple days and easily just kind of got dismantled. Shout out to iTrust Capital, link there too. And one last thing I want to talk about, if you do jump into my website, you're going to get prompted to join the newsletter. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter. We give 2 every single week, a mindset, spirituality, and technical analysis one every Monday, and then a Saturday technical analysis one based off kind of my weekly long-term analysis and what's happening in the markets as well. Get the updates you deserve. Look at the markets from a big perspective. Zoom out every single week and really get the TA that puts you in the driver's seat to be on point. Put your email address in here today and get the value that you deserve. I'm going to give you that value. All you got to do is give me 10 seconds of your time that it takes to write in that email address. Click this consent, hit subscribe, and I'm going to provide. I promise you that I am going to provide. Me and my team, because my team is absolutely amazing, and they're always here for you every single day of the week. Doesn't look good. Looks like a bearish retest, still below the 200 SMA, never able to get back above it. As long as we don't get above that 200 SMA, it's likely we will continue to the downside. All right. Also, the 4-hour time frame battling the 200 SMA, the 15-minute. Trying to get back above it, but can't. If we flip that, then okay, we'll be ready to rock. There is a bullish div there that's interesting, and the 15-minute has low stochastics. So I'll jump back into Bitcoin in a second, and we'll take a look at it objectively without my trade being part of it. I'll be like, whatever happens, AI pad on the right, blue and yellow, is a volume indicator. It's showing me the volume. My wife watches later when she returns from work. Great music this morning in the beginning with Lucis. Thank you. Screen share, best part of the week. Can't wait. Shout out to Life for Adam. I love that you said that. If you're in the live, you're at the right place at the right time. I am busy most Thursday nights, but I enjoy the screen shares when I'm free. Amen. So look, we already gave a live short that played out today. It was a short scalp. We went in and out. We did what we had to do. We're still in a short that's may still play out. We got liquidity to the downside. We have BOOKMAP here. Shout out to BOOKMAP. Link in the description below to BOOKMAP if you'd like to get down. It shows us where the liquidity is. All right. And it's showing us that we could go either way, really. We're pretty much saddled on a Thursday low liquidity. But right there, which is the closest red, says we drop down to about 39,000 before anything else. So if I had to make a call on BOOKMAP, it does suggest that we go back down to $39,000. SHIDO, I see connecting to this 21-day moving average, likely going lower and testing 0.075. Now, if we lose 7.5, we go to the golden pocket, but there's a chance we hit 7.5 and we consolidate. But I do see more downside for SHIDO. It got ripped to the upside, out of control. All right. My wife watches, yeah, exactly. Screen share, best part of the week. Amen. Mara got absolutely clottered. I haven't looked at it. It's probably, I wouldn't suggest it's probably 11. 16, right? Now it's holding the hidden bullish divergence here, and it's extremely oversold. Look, swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. I loaded up there. You're in the golden pocket, which is where you likely get institutional support here. If you drop, you go to the 786. I would unlikely see an 886, but it could happen. And could we come all the way back down to $9? There's a chance we could. All right. Clobbered, right? Clobbered. Absolutely clobbered. So, yeah, I mean, but I'm in there for the long haul. I still believe that once Bitcoin gets to halving, charts start to move, we're going to be up here somewhere in the one. I'm going to be selling somewhere between 83 and 103. This is going to be my sell area, and I'll be taking profits up there. Again, you probably laugh at me, whatever. That's fine. But those are my plans for Mara in about 18 months to 2 years, no more than that. Turn 15,000 into well over 150 grand. That's the plan. And I may even double down here at these lower levels. So I went a big on Mara, clean spark at Riot today. Wow, I like it. Good for you. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say you should be taking the financial advice, but I like that move. Good for you, my friend. I hope it plays out for you, and we'll be on the beach talking about it. Illuvium continuing to fall to the downside. Lost a key support. You know, a lot of these coins getting sold off pretty hard, which is crazy, right? From their big pump ups. But you knew this was going to happen. Once you start chasing up here, you're chasing the end of a rally. People don't realize that. They think they're just jumping in. For me, if I'm not in at the beginning and cashing out in the craziness, then I'm missing out. Like, it's like either the joke's on me. If I don't know who the joke's on, then it's on me, right? If I don't know who the mark is, then the mark is. If you don't know who the mark is, then you're the mark. Okay? So just repeat that to yourself. When the market's ripping, remember, it's ripping to pull you in. It needs you to come in. You're retail. It wants you to come on in and buy this so they can get out. All these exchanges added that coin because people were going to sell off, right? And they were going to make money on that liquidity. And you can see it's at 197 now, GTAI, right? And Bitcoin's at 39,790, just so you know. I always have it here, and I always have it up here in a window too that I can see the price action. At any moment in time, I can see the price of Bitcoin. 39,780 exactly. So Illuvium, come back down to the golden pocket, touch the 200 SMA on the daily, get a bit of a bounce. These are key areas that, again, the sad thing is people were happy to buy up here. Now they're not happy to buy down here. But this is where you have to start, this is where an intelligent investor would start to be looking to be gobbling up some price action. All right. You don't get on the roller coaster at the top. I mean, you do, don't you? Isn't that the funnest time? Like, I'm just joking. Shout out to Layer AI. And that just hit a giant cup and handle at a place of a good accumulation, low, high, higher, low, right? Pushing up on that daily time frame. You really want to look at the 3-day. It looks good to me. If you believe in this project, I don't know enough about it, and I don't have enough faith in it to be like, yeah, I'm piling in. But if you believe in this project, I mean, there's a big move coming, and it's all the way back to where it was after that initial, 150% move. I like that. That's undervalued for sure. But again, I don't believe I'm going to be trading that. I may swing trade it, but I don't know if I'm going to hold it long term. ICP. People asking about ICP. Last time we looked at it, I said it's going to pull back. I said how it pulls back is the question. Does it go sideways or does it make the falling wedge? I said we don't know exactly how it's going to happen, but we're going to project it so when it does, we can make a bit of a move. So we see here what's going on for ICP. All right. And I see that it is falling wedge. But the 21 is curving with these moving averages far apart, which isn't amazing. But its previous support or resistance, it's attempting to SR flip here, right? 22-hour has momentum, but still unable to get above resistance 2 as well right there. 4-hour time frame wants to dump on you. So ICP says it's coming down right now. And it's going to likely test that trend line, which also has some support test. So you're looking for ICP to try to make a right shoulder here. So shoulder, head, can it make a right shoulder and save the day? You're looking for a higher low here. If it makes a lower low, then you're getting a bounce, come back up, and then maybe a bounce. But you're looking for a right shoulder and a higher low for ICP. But right now, the 4-hour does suggest it's going to come to the downside here. So lower prices for ICP, somewhere 9, 6, 5, And remember, ICP was just down here at 299. No one cared about it in October, and it's still holding gains. One of the last ones to pump, so it's got a little more juice to it. People in a nice falling wedge oversold in the big time frames. People, huh? People. Yeah. Isn't that Constitution Dow? People. So I see some more downside now. That I will swing trade this puppy if it breaks above 1364 and makes a flag. Tells me that there's some strong support for it, and it's likely going to head up to 26 bucks. That's its next big target for ICP for me. All right. I'll get rid of the squigglies now. We don't need them. Could you please take a look at Kusama PONKE? PONKE was hot when you gave it to us. I kind of didn't take it too seriously, but the thing just keeps mooning. I can't believe it. Look at that. You gave it to us in this flag here, maybe even down there. You're like, this new thing called PONKE, man. And I was like, man, come on, man. It's a meme, bro. And I didn't take it. I'll be honest, I didn't take it seriously. I didn't. And then you kept, whoever was on the channel kept bringing it up. A 4X it did. We did go over it right here. I wasn't into it, but wow. I still don't fully, get it, why it's so hot right now, but and now it's making a bit of a flag. Could it continue and get a big pump here? This thing's been super hot. You would expect a bigger pullback. Yeah, let's go to the 22. I would look for the 22 to come back to the 21-day moving average. And I would be taking my profits. And you know what? There's a chance someone sells now, but you do whatever makes you happy. But I say this comes back down to the 21-day moving average like it's supposed to on the 22-hour time frame. That's what I see happening. You can't get them all, I know. Sorry I missed it. It was the name of the yellow and blue indicator on the right. The VRVP. Yeah, the VRVP. I'm late into the stream today, but better late than never. Shout out to Daniel Jackson. We love you. We appreciate you. Shout out to the 1,058 people here on the live. 541 likes, $33 in chat revenue on an interesting Thursday with PCI coming out tomorrow. And so that's why I have and then the Fed meeting coming out on Wednesday. The Fed has a meeting on Wednesday. Brace yourself. It starts affecting the markets immediately. I know you don't believe me, but it starts affecting the markets immediately. These Fed days. All right. Super chats, Injective and people. I really do want to see Injective, but it's going to follow Bitcoin. But Injective has all of its supply out already, which is awesome. So Injective, beautiful ascending triangle, right? Remember, they're 50-50 patterns. They don't always break to the upside. Here's my alert. When the alert hit, you can see we were breaking out of the pattern. Bearish retest. If Bitcoin drops, Injective drops. Everything goes further to the downside. I just want to reiterate that. I don't think people realize. I'm sitting in Tether, and a lot of my bigger swing trades I got out of. I'm not going to sit there and watch them dump. This is coming down. This is an easy short, in my humble opinion. I just feel like that's an easy short. That's going to drop to the 200 SMA on the 22-hour time frame. You lose that high volume node, boom. Almost like, and again, Injective could come all the way back to 18. It does look like a big pullback for the whole market is needed. Look, we went out of control. These coins have to make Fibonacci retracements. They can't just go up forever. They pumped up so much, they got to come back down to their 618 Fibonaccis. I wouldn't touch Injective till it gets back to 19. And people get pissed with that. Like, they want it to be perfect. They want me to dream a dream so dreamy. But the daily's oversold, Sam. It has to bounce. And, it's everyone loves this thing. But it lost the 21. It's coming for the 2. Look at the succession that it's gone through. It's about to lose. Here's the deal. If it keeps its 8-hour 200 SMA and goes up and down, then you have a chance of bullishness. I don't know what's going to happen. I never claim I do. But the probability of you dropping to this yellow line is so dang high. And that looks like an Adam and Eve double top to me. That has a neckline. And that coincides. I see Injective getting dumped for whatever reason. VCs, someone got their money. I don't know what it is, but I see a dump for Injective. To about what? To about 24.50. I don't mean to be rude. If you have some big bags of Injective, I'm not trying to hate on them. I'm just showing you what I see in the market. I could be 100% wrong. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea, you know. I'm just going on probability. All right. That's injective. I do want to cut the stream a little short today. I got some places. I got an extra trip I got to make today. So I just want to put that out there over here. Let's take a look at people. POPLE. PEOPLE. People. USD Tether here on KuCoin. It's also on MEXC, but probably way later. All right. People had a huge pump. Unbelievable pump at the beginning of January. Went all the way from 1 penny up to 5, almost on a wick to 6, almost did a 7x, right? So you pull your fib. I wouldn't take that big fib. I would just take, you know, but again, that's a controversial idea that really is something that only happens with like insane low cap coins, right? So they don't always follow the rules. So I have to break some of the rules to get them to follow the rules, if that makes sense. But this is coming down. I'd look for it to hit this 786 Fibonacci level, but it's getting tighter and tighter. But it looks like it could drop a little more, drop down, come up. And I'd look for it to kind of wick to the 786. If you really like this project and you think about it long term, it's 02195 is the key area because that's your 786. I'm not about it. I like this project, like what it represented. Everyone has something to do with the Constitution. I mean, it's awesome. But at the same time, I'm just not like, I'm not a fan of long-term holding this. I just want to make that clear. Coins that I believe are worth accumulating in the next few months as we get, or the next few weeks as we get a pullback, all right, are going to be, hello.
Hi, this is Alex with Fluid Travel.
And welcome to Movie Phone. So look, TIA, right? TIA is coming back to retest. Very similar to the Bitcoin idea. But, you know, you came up pretty hard with no real pullbacks. I mean, it was kind of weird. You would have liked a pump up here and a nicer pullback down here and a pump up and a pullback. Then we would have been consolidated and it wouldn't have looked so insane. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'd like to see us come back down to that 618, even maybe retest 1164. So I'm not chasing any of these coins. I'm staying in the sidelines, building up my tether, you know, and waiting for, I want more fear. I want more fear in the market. And that's why I'm sorry to say it's not a boring time, but, you know, it was amazing. It was ripping. Everything was going. And look at that. Short now. We got rejected by the 200 SMA. That's what's called a bearish retest. Now you're in the money. That thing looks like it's gone, right? And that's the bearish retest that I was really hoping for there. But again, look, all I did was play it chintzy, keep my stop loss above, what was it, the 5? Yeah, look, my stop loss right here. Was it the 1 minute? Yeah. Just kept my stop loss above the 1 minute 200 SMA. Now, look, this is a bear flag, right? Another symmetrical triangle. They just keep showing up. I'm telling you, it's been symmetrical triangle every day recently. And that wants to drop to the downside, down all the way further down. So not only did we have an amazing live stream where we went through calmly Bitcoin, talked about the DXY, showed you the pressures there, went over a lot of different interesting things. We gave a live trade that won. Here's another trade that's in the money. Barely, though. $8. Come on, Sammy. Come on, man. But anyway, this could pan out to be way bigger later on, right? Right, USDT, little Mexi gem. Give us a gem. Give us a gem, David Kendall. Give us a gem. You know, it's funny. I was looking at this by myself last night. You can see I was doing TA and I had an alert on it. Can you believe that? That 1 hour looks like it's just going to get out of control. I was just going through the charts last night and I was like, what is this thing? I was like, RITE stream? I mean, the 1 hour looks like it's going to rip out of this flag. It's a bit unorthodox. And you know why I like geese? Because there's a gaggle of geese. You know what I mean? Right? Isn't that true? A group of geese. Isn't a group of geese a gaggle? Am I wrong? I was just thinking a gaggle. A group of geese is called a gaggle because when geese get together, they get quite noisy and rowdy. Yeah. Does everybody know that? Am I the only, if the price action sucks, but it does what Creo did, just ripping out of control. Interesting. Yes, and an army of toads is a gaggle. That's so funny. If I pour Red Bull in my wallet, it will gain energy and take off. No, it will not. It will just get wet. Yeah, that's it. And it'll get sticky too, man. Red Bull's really sticky. Like within 20 minutes, that stuff will start to stick up and become like a syrup. This thing could continue to pump 48% gains. You never know. Right stream out of control. 1 hour looks like it may continue. The way the way that the moving averages are curving, but you never know. I don't know. It's very high risk. It could dump at any moment. Been buying $2 of Bitcoin every hour for the past 2 years. Remember when it would get to 0.2 every week? Now it's less than 0.1. If Bitcoin drops, I get more Bitcoin. If it goes up, I get more Bitcoin. Win-win. Shout out to Jason Parrish buying $2.08 of Bitcoin every hour for the past 2 years. Insane. Heard Spitta say in the bar a while back. A gaggle? You're funny. Please take a look at Cake. S&P 500. I got to jump, everyone. Sammy, check out UMA. It's finally getting the bounce from the bottom it's made. Really? The spookiest is a group of people that break a room. I need the microwave gag. It's like, I found out crypto. Anyway, I don't know. I try not to read everything in case I say something wrong. So Bitcoin. You can see that I'm more bearish than bullish. Now, we'll break it down again, but I've given you kind of all my ideas for Bitcoin today. We're bearishly retesting the bottom of this channel. It could be a nice falling wedge that breaks on out. I'll look at that again, but it looks like we're going to come down at least to 39,580 here. My target for the short takes us to 38,779. Not saying we're going there for sure, but that is the target of the measured move, which I did take from the flag. So if you tickle a bunch of geese, you get a giggle. A group of baboons is called a congress. A group of owls is called a parliament. Sam, when you have a position with a price target, do you take profit along the way? And if so, how do you determine where and how much? Just like key areas of support or resistance, a lot of times I just get in and out, though. I'm usually pretty precise about where I want to end and get out of the trade. Sam, But if it's a bigger trade, I will take partial points out at key support or resistance areas. All right. Sam, why do you always start with the 4-hour SMA? What about SC? I don't know what that means. God bless you all. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for, getting the notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're absolutely already doing the right thing. You did amazing today. You hung out with the lifer. We had a blast. I had a blast. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Samuel James Price. I started trading when I was 25 years old. I am now 40 years old. I have a wife, 2 kids. My wife we have our 3rd child coming. She is a girl, so we have 3 daughters. I'm a 3-daughter man. And I love you all. I appreciate you. And I can't wait to see each and every one of you in the trading group later on today. May God bless you. Shout out to Cashmore for the biggest win of the day, man, with GTAI. No one can top that. That's unbelievable. And we love you all. We appreciate you. Thanks again, Sam. Great family. Much love and respect to you. A group of fish is called a sushi bowl. Hey. Everyone, I love you. I thank you, and I'll see you. I'm going to keep that short open. I stay short. Right now, I see a bearish retest. As long as if we don't get back above that 40,200 level, I just don't see any reason to be opening up along. All right. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow for another live stream. If you want to join the trading group, do any of the awesome stuff that we got here for you, Maxi, I Trust Capital, or that awesome newsletter, hit the links right here. They'll be in the comment section at the top of all the video right here. You always see them right here in the comment section. We make it super easy. Join today if you want to see more of me in my trading group. We have a weekly screen share tonight. We're going to spend about from 7:30 to 9 tonight together. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. So we're going to go through token metrics, find some coins. We might even find a trade that time. So stay tuned for more. A lot of people say the weekly screen share is worth $99 a month alone just for those. And we provide as much value as we can because I want to see you live a beautiful life. And I know that if I give you everything I have, then there's a chance you have a good chance of, finding financial freedom if you meet me halfway. All right, everyone. God bless. Have a great day. Stay safe. Be good to your mom. Be good to your dad. Call your mom. All right? Call your mother. That's the last thing I'll say today. I can't call my mom. So do it for me. I love you all. Have a blessed day. Amen.